Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In today's video we are going to learn about for loops. So firstly we would like to print numbers from 1 to 5 using for loops. But if we want to print these numbers, we have one way to do so. So the way that we can do it is that we can have such a thing. Let me comment these lines first. So this part also and this part. Okay. Now I can have the print of 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally 5. So I can print them from 1 to 5 because these are the numbers that I want to print. So I write down the syntax system out print ln number 1, 2, 3 up until 5. So when I run this code, I see that in the output we are having from number 1 to 5. So we could print numbers from 1 to 5, but the statement says that do it using a for loop. In order to use a for loop, we need to define a for loop, and for loops are generally better than doing things manually because now we are trying to basically using for loops to make things easier for us, because if I want to print like 1000 lines or from number 1 to 1000, it would be very hard to do it manually. This is why actually we code, to make our life easier. However, if we use for loops, you can do it in 2 lines. Let me show you how. So when I come here, let me comment now this part. So oops, sorry. So now let me comment this part. Okay, so now that I comment this part, we see that we can make it easier using for loops. Okay, now I want to have a for loop to print from number 1 to 5. In order to do that, firstly we need to write down the for keyword. Then inside parentheses, we need to clarify 3 things. So the starting point, the variable with its starting point, the ending point, and the incremental value. So these are the 3 things that we need to know about it. The starting point, the ending point, and the incremental value. Okay, so this is the starting point. I define an integer variable called I, which is my iterating variable. Okay, so the iterating variable I equals 1, meaning that it starts from 1, and we are having semicolon. Then we are going to continue this for loop as long as I is less than or equal to 5. This is just an assumption for this problem statement. We can of course modify it for later examples. Then semicolon, and then we are having the I++, meaning that in each iteration I would like to increment the value of I by 1 value. And this is basically the for loop. So here what is going to iteratively happen is the fact that in each iteration I is being printed in the output, meaning that in the first iteration I equals 1, we are going to print number 1. Okay, so number 1 is being printed. Then we are having the second iteration, I equals 2, number 2 is being printed. Okay, because in each iteration we are having I, and I gets different values in different iterations. So the first time I equals 1, we print 1, and then because we are going to increment after each iteration I by 1 value, we are having the I equals 2. We enter the loop again. Why? Because 2 is still less than 5. So we print 2, we print 3, we print 4, we print 5, but we increment the I to another by another value, so it will become 6. So I equals 6. Then 6, is it less than or equal to 5? No. Therefore this condition is not true. Therefore we don't have 6 being printed in the output. This is why we mention continue this for loop as long as I is less than or equal to 5. So now we are having it print here in the output from 1 to 5 is being printed using for loop. So you see that here using 2 lines we could do it. We can go up until like 100, for example. Let me run the code now. So when I run the code now, you see that we went up until 100. So these are the prints. You see, everything is done in only 2 lines. However, if we wanted to do these things manually, it would have been very hard to, write the syntax 100 times in different lines. So this is why coding is going to make our life much, much easier. Thank you for watching.